Hello, everybody. This is Samantha Harms with the Garrison Public Affairs Office. And on this week's episode, we are talking with 3rd Cavalry Regiment, the command team, what got them into the military, and most importantly, their upcoming deployments. So all of that and more, let's get right on into it on the Great Big Podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Eric Franklin with your Garrison Public Affairs, and I know you hear a little bit of noise in the background. It's not really noise. It's the sound of freedom. It's the sound of people wrestling paperwork, and it's the sound of information being shared.
Today, we have Colonel Jeffrey Barta.
And we have Command Sergeant Major Mikeal McInroy.
Yes.
I was close.
You're close.
So
good.
This leadership team is from the 3rd Cavalry Regiment, and we are here to talk about the 3rd Cavalry Regiment's deployment fair, the deployment fair. So first, sir, tell me a little bit about yourself. What led you to come into the military?
Oh wow. Okay, we're going way deep early here. Right? So this is pretty cool. 24 years in now, and I'm the 80th colonel of this esteemed regiment that's been around for 177 years, all right, and working with the 26th Regimental Command Sergeant Major. A lot of history in this organization, a lot, right? And I also got a lot of family history, right? I've watched my father, right, grandfathers, uncles, right?
Yeah.
A lot of family history service. So I saw what it meant to them, and it kind of became a calling there, towards college. They also paid for college, right? That was pretty helpful, right?
Yeah.
And so I joined up, and my first duty station was actually at Fort Cavazos in 2000.
Okay.
And so after getting my foot in the door, what I learned about the military was working with awesome people, and now these awesome troopers of this regiment, right, is what keeps me going.
Okay.
And so a lot of times where it's another awesome opportunity to go be a leader in a great organization, and then suddenly the Army gave me this one here, right at the 24-year mark, right? So I get this great prize here at the end.
Okay. And Sergeant Major, I know we spoke a little bit earlier. We both were at Fort Riley together. Great place. Everyone gives Fort Riley a bad name, but I think they just never been there, or they just have someone told them about Fort Riley and it's like, oh, there's nothing there. To me, I loved it because I'm actually from Killeen, so I love being able to get out there and just have nothing but space and opportunity to do whatever I wanted. What led you to come into the Army and serve?
Well, I had was working, trying to figure it out. College was not for me, unfortunately. I just didn't want to try it. I had thought about service before. My granddad had served for a bit, but nothing really drove me to serve until just one day I was like, I wanted to try something different.
Okay.
I want to do something bigger. I want to do something better. I wanted to get away from where I was. So I went to the recruiter, and here I am. Okay. 26 years later. Could not be, happier where I am. I got a wife, kids. My wife's been with me from the start. So okay. It's amazing.
I always tell people when they say, oh man, I don't know if I want to join the Army. I said, you know what? Even if you join the military, I was in the Army, so I'm partial. But even if you join the military for just one enlistment, I think that opens your mind and it opens your possibilities at life, because you get a chance to see things that you probably wouldn't see. And, I did for 14 years, and coming back here to Killeen, I have a lot of friends who literally are still in the same position that they were when I left. And it's just like, what have you done? And I don't take it against them, but I said, I wish you guys would have had that opportunity to explore the world, because I've literally, through the Army, has paid for me to go see anywhere in the world. Speaking of going anywhere in the world, part of why we're here is you guys are getting ready to deploy to the Republic of South Korea. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, great segue. So the troopers of this regiment are going to get a potentially once in a lifetime experience, right, to go live in a foreign country, experience this great culture over there, right, be part of this strong alliance and deepen their friendships and bonds, right, probably for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about the cohort of troopers in the regiment right now is that they're actually going to make history for the regiment. As we've been stationed all over America, right, all over Central Command, Europe, over the course of 177 years. But this regiment has never done a rotation or service in Korea.
Oh.
So they're gonna write the next chapter of this regiment's history on
Okay.
this rotation.
And Sergeant Major, as the senior non-commissioned officer for the regiment, how is it for you to be able to know that you're going to take dedicated non-commissioned officers and soldiers into basically the unknown for a lot of them?
So you say that. I've talked to several today that was one of their main points. Like they're nervous because they've never actually left the States ever. Like they've never went overseas anywhere, a vacation, and this is gonna be their first opportunity to go over there and see that. Just getting back from Europe myself last February on a deployment, getting to work with other nations and seeing how important that is. This is going to be another opportunity for our troopers and our leaders to see what other armies are like, because as we go forward, we're not fighting alone, we're fighting with our partners. And this helps strengthen what we have, and this is kind of what we're doing, on the peninsula, is trying to help strengthen those bonds and learn to fight together.
Okay. And how for both of you guys, this will be your first time as well in Korea, or
It will.
something?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Korea is great. I was stationed there twice, and I think the food is the best part. But I think being able to work with the Korean Army, it was amazing. Like their dedication is amazing. Like I love it, and I got a chance to learn so much from being over there for the 2 separate times I was there, and it was just an amazing opportunity. And I know that you and the troopers are going to have a great time to go out there. So. Real quick, tell us why we're gathered here. Matter of fact, I don't think I really explained where we are. We are at the Lone Star Conference Center because this is where they're having their deployment fair. Tell us a little bit about why you guys decided to have this deployment fair.
So, right, like Sergeant Major said, this regiment hasn't really been anywhere for 4 years, and there's a lot of folks, right, who have not left the States, maybe not left for Cavazos, other than going to like NTC or something like that. So being away is for 9 months is a little bit more challenging, right, than an NTC rotation.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of resources in the community. We have, I think, 18 different agencies and the local chambers of commerce have come out today to showcase the resources that are going to be available to the families who are staying back here right around Fort Cavazos in Central Texas while we're away. So making sure that everybody's taken care of, right, while we do the mission abroad.
Okay. And I know when I walked in, you were over there talking with, was that legal you were talking with, or?
Oh, yep. In fact, I think they've already given out about 100 power of attorneys or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already for the troopers that need to take care of things.
And so for both of you guys have deployed numerous times to numerous places. Why was it important for you guys to say, you know what, let me bring everybody together in one place? Because I know in times past, I say that like we're old, but we're not old, but in times past, you would have to go to different agencies and you'd have to go there. Why was it important to have everything centrally located for these soldiers?
Well, it helps alleviate some of the concerns, some of the stress. There's still a lot of questions. As Darcio said, it's like we have troopers that have never done this or have other thoughts of, hey, what was the previous deployments they might have been on that might have been to more austere environments. But bringing the agencies in and bringing our troopers in. Also, we're going to be doing a town hall tonight. We'll sit down and answer questions. We're trying to do everything we can to make it as easy as possible on our families and our troopers as we go forward to execute our mission.
Okay. And I just have a couple more questions for either of you guys. Looking towards the future, how do you see the role of technology paying technology and innovation and the diversity that brings to the role of the Army? Because I know for both of you, for your first deployments, you probably didn't have cell phones. So how do you think technology in general plays a role in how the Army fights and win wars?
Well, it has certainly changed the character of warfare, right? The access to information that people have out there. Also, right, changes the character of the deployment. How awesome that even myself and the troopers who have kids will be able to like sing a lullaby. Yeah. Although in Korea, it'll be like the next day, right?
Yeah.
It'll be like the morning, right? But you can get on FaceTime and right, like stay connected that way, which is pretty awesome. It also does come with its pitfalls, right? There's operational security concerns,
yes,
and there's risks, right? I mean, the threat forces in Korea are, it's a 70-year ceasefire, right?
Yeah.
And there are, there will be times that we don't have access to that technology just to protect ourselves and the troopers out there too.
Okay. And then just two more things I want to talk about. What message would you tell the listeners, especially just those who may be considering joining the Army or the military? I'm partial to the Army, I know, but just joining the military, what would you tell those listeners who may be on the fence about a career in the military?
So I will tell you, as I look at just as myself, right? So I've been doing this for 26 years. I did not join to serve, a career. I joined 4 years to see how it was, right? It has got me a college degree. I have 2 degrees. My son has got a degree without having to do anything through the GI Bill transfer. It's done so much for my family, but it's also done a lot for me to grow. And like the people I get to serve with and actually interact with, the friends I've made over the years are phenomenal. I have support no matter what I need. I have people that are there. It's just a great opportunity to grow as a person, to learn other things, to get around other cultures and other people that you might not be able to interact with on a daily basis, and actually experience what they go through and understand them a little better.
Okay. And for you, sir?
Yeah, well, I mean, first to the listeners out there and any prospects, young men and women, amazing benefits, right, that Uncle Sam gives for signing up and putting your name on the line. But that only is the tip of the spear, right? There is the friendships and the lifelong bonds. You probably can't even imagine it, right, until you join up. And then I'll offer one other thing, right, is that sense of a higher calling. We probably don't see on the nightly news now, right, images of Iraq and Afghanistan,
yes,
right,
sir.
like the past 20 years, right? But it is probably one of the most complex and challenging times for our whole globe right now. And the American Army being abroad in the military, right, is keeping things stable and keeping the home front, right? So participate in this, ironclad alliance with the Koreans is super vital. Other forces from this post will, probably rotate to Europe, maybe in the near future, and have already had in the past.
Yes, sir.
Right, keeping that alliance strong, and all that together, right, playing a great away game, right, keeps this great country moving forward, stable, and in a great prosperous place. So that higher calling is another great reason to come out and serve.
Okay. And last thing, so every time I talk to someone, my Sam, my supervisor, she's like, you have a story about almost everything. It's like that's part about being in the Army. Like you have so many stories, you get to see so many things. So way back when, 2004, 5-ish time frame, we were deployed to Iraq, and we had a unit that was down south. We was in Camp Taji, and we had a unit that was down south in a place called, I can't remember what it was. I asked the 79th SCO or regimental commander, and he couldn't remember it. But I said, there's a place called a chicken coop. That's what we called it, because it was just like, you drive by it, like it was right there on MSR Tampa, and you drive by it. So, and we would go down there, we'd hang out down there, not really hang out, but we were down there, and we were supporting 3rd Armored Cavalry Regiment then. And I remember one day we were getting attacked, and everyone in the compound started yelling "Aia," and then they went to the fence and started shooting, and they started defending, and it was just like, what is going on? And ever since then, I have never been able to identify what is the meaning of "Aia." Tell me what "Aia" means.
Wow.
If you know.
Yes, of course. So, it's right. Story for your viewers, for the listeners out there, right? Like, we don't say "hua" in the regiment.
Yeah.
Right? We say "Aia," and "Aia" has been around for a lot longer than the word "hua."
Yeah.
But in a way, they kind of mean about the same thing. Right?
Okay.
So we borrowed the word "Aia" from the Sioux Nation.
Okay.
Back during the Indian campaigns, right? And when this regiment was actually fighting the Sioux, right? We heard them saying that word and actually adopted it, and it means attack, right?
Okay.
And right, whether you're attacking on the battlefield, right, whether you're attacking on the home front, whether you're attacking in the motor pool, taking care of things, right, or whether you're just attacking as a leader, right, doing the best that you can for your organization, we attack everything, right, with all effort and intensity. So just like, even though they were defending, yelling "Aia," right, like it means that we're doing our best, right, and we're fighting as hard as we can.
Okay. And from 2004 till the time I got out, every time I would go somewhere, I could always tell, like, someone say count off, and then someone say someone's last name Franklin, and you'd hear IE. I was like, oh, I already know what unit they're from, what unit they've been in. Before we get out of here, is there any final thoughts or statements that you guys would like to share for the families or anyone who's maybe listening?
I mean, at the end of it, I know how fortunate I am to be where I am right now. I couldn't have done it without a host of people that have helped me along the way. And my one goal is to make sure our families and our troopers are taken care of. And during the deployment, we go with all of our troopers, we come home with all of them. We have some great experiences, we do some great training, and we build bonds that's going to last that lifetime, that we can look back on and have those stories to share as we go to reunions and things like that with the regiment. And the regiment's always hiring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I guess to the viewers, the families, right? I mean, nobody wants to be separated. I'll miss my wife and kids, right, terribly for 9 months, right? But we do have a very important mission out there, right, to uphold peace on the Korean Peninsula. And it's been a 70-year strong alliance, right? One of the strongest in the world, and partnering with a like-minded democratic nation, right, keeps our world safe and strong. So I really, I appreciate the sacrifice that the families will make out here while their troopers away. And then I guess one of the plug, right, to all the agencies that came out today, right? We've got, Salado, Harker Heights, Chamber of Commerce's, Copper's Cove out there, right? All the Army agencies, VFW, right? There are so many here, and I want to thank them for coming out today, right? Because they're going to provide a lot of resources, and for the families who are back here, right? Don't hesitate to reach out, right? Because there's a big, strong network in Central Texas and on Fort Cavazos, right, to take care of things, right, and help while the regiment's out doing its mission.
Okay. And with that, that's it. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go by and talk to some people now and see what they have. Even though I'm not deploying, I just like to talk to people. Everyone knows that. But again, thank you guys for coming on to the podcast. And we look forward to having you on again once you guys get back. Thank you for joining us.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Hey everyone, not going to be online for a while. Got a big mission to kill some terrorists in Terra Islamabad tomorrow, so don't worry about me.
An ambush today left 15 soldiers dead outside of Terra Islamabad. Will your next Facebook post or tweet kill you or your friends? The terrorists are waiting for you to give them the information they need to kill Americans and the American dream. When you share sensitive information on social networking sites, you might as well join the terrorists. Don't be a terrorist. Remember OPSEC. This message brought to you by the Don't Help Terrorists Murder the American Dream Coalition.
Yeah, I enjoyed getting to go out. I love it when we get to go out and we do a podcast in the field, because I think people look at us like we're weird, because they're like, what are you guys doing?
Yes, absolutely. Well, I know this week too, today actually, you are recording a podcast on the road.
I am actually.
At AFES at the Main Exchange.
Yes, I am. There's going to be a book signing. I'm keeping it a secret. But,
well,
by the time you hear it, but it's not going to be a secret, but it's a secret.
Well, it's kind of a secret, but kind of not. So if you're listening on Thursday today,
yes,
you can still go.
Yes.
If you're listening in the morning, of course.
If you're listening in the morning.
Yeah, if you're listening in the afternoon, I'm so sorry. You missed the boat.
Yeah, you missed it.
But yeah, I agree. I love packing everything up and going on the road. It's super fun to get that experience elsewhere and to bring listeners with us.
Yeah, and have them actually be in wherever we are. So I have a couple ideas that we'll talk about later off the thing, and just offline, backstage, backdoor stuff, secret access stuff.
Well, I'm excited to hear what that is. Can't wait. That'll be fun. But yeah, I'm glad that we were able to go talk with 3CR, and I'm looking forward to what they got going on. Yeah. Hearing from them.
Just so you know, I did ask. I was like, hey, do you know if you need someone to come over there and help?
Oh, yeah.
I got you.
Right. I'm sure you were quick to volunteer that.
I did.
Yeah.
He kind of looked at me like, we'll get back to you. I know that meant no.
No. Yeah, he's just trying to be nice.
Yeah, he's trying to let me down easy, but it's all good.
That's funny. Well, that's okay, because you've got plenty of golden opportunities here to cover things.
Oh, that speaking of golden opportunities.
Yeah.
the Army, speaking of golden opportunities in the Army, the Inter-Service Physician Assistance Program, or IPAP, is inviting officers, warrant officers, and enlisted soldiers to pursue a career as a physician assistant. As you know, a physician assistant is not the same thing as a physician.
That is correct.
Learned that last week.
I think that was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yes, it was.
No, was it?
I don't. These weeks go together.
Maybe it was last week. No, it was last week. It was last week.
It was last week.
Yeah.
This program, it offers a comprehensive training under the mentorship of a licensed physician, ensuring participants become skilled providers of a primary health care. An information session will be held today, this afternoon, at the Soldier Development Center with sessions at 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Don't miss your chance to advance your medical career.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm excited for people to go to that. They should be able to learn a lot. It's open to active, guard, and reserve.
Yes.
So pretty much anybody, you are welcome to go.
All the cool kids.
Absolutely. So in other news, car enthusiasts and bargain hunters, you should get your wallets ready because the Fort Cavazos Directorate of Family and Morale, Welfare, and Recreation is kicking off their annual NAF vehicle auction on February 5th. So the auction is going to be open until February 19th, and vehicles can be viewed on the weekends. For more details on the auction, you can either call 254-423-8498. I'll say that again, 254-423-8498, or go on to the Cavazos DFMWR website, which is cavazos.armymwr.com. Yes. Yeah, so DFMWR is doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they are. They have a, I know we keep saying, maybe they hear this and they want to come on the podcast.
Ooh.
So we can get them to tell us about all the amazing things that they have coming up for the year.
I love that idea. That's a good idea.
Maybe we'll have a commercial break. And FMWR, we're looking at you.
Yeah, I love
just
that.
Talk to them and, say cool things.
Yeah.
Have you seen their video on their Facebook page?
Is it the one where I'm in my MWR era and they're doing all the cool things that we have here? Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah, I want to do a video of myself with that. I'm in my MWR era.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out, and we're gonna be in our MWR era too.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Speaking of creative outlets, because that's what they were doing.
Absolutely.
The Apache Arts and Crafts Center is here to help get all that creativity out. They are hosting a painting pouring class this Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon. Open to all ages, the class offers fun and a relaxing way to explore your artistic side. The best part, the first canvas is on them.
Yes, it is. I am going to this. Oh. So for people who are listening, who want to come hang out with me, I'll be there. See? I'm very excited.
She is. To find out more about it and see what other amazing things FMWR has, check out cavazos.armymwr.com for more information.
That's right.
Is someone yawning?
I am yawning.
It is early in the morning.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. It is early in the morning.
Yes. Well, you know what? I probably should have gotten in a workout today before I came to work, but I did not. Because otherwise I would have been energized and ready to go, just like our listeners would be if they took swim lessons.
With
exactly. DFMWR.
See?
They now offer, well, they've been offering, but they offer swim lessons from 6 months old. 6 months. That's a baby. A baby.
A baby.
Adults. They are classes for beginners. I would, if a 6-month-old was taking like a intermediate or advanced level, I would be just absolutely amazed. Floored. But yeah, so they are offering these beginner courses for ages from 6 months to adults, and the cost is $55 per participant. Of course, the slots are limited, but they are having classes start up in February. They will regularly have new classes that start. So like we've already suggested, if you want more information, go to cavazos.armymwr.com.
Did I ever tell you how I learned how to swim?
No.
My brother pushed me in the pool.
That is terrifying.
Just say,
how old were you?
I think we were like 6 or 7.
Oh, okay.
I was old.
Yeah.
I mean, but
not 6 months old.
yeah,
but
I wasn't 6 months old.
Yeah.
But I've seen videos on YouTube where there's a job where a lady just pushes babies in the pool.
What?
And she helps them swim. Like, these babies are
That's a thing?
agile swimmers.
So these 6-month-olds are the one taking those advanced courses.
They could be.
That I can't even take.
Yeah. But I'm saying I'll find one of those videos. But there's a lady, her whole job is to just, push the baby in there and tell the mom the baby's gonna be okay, and the baby just goes in there and swims like a fish. Just
oh my gosh,
that's amazing.
That's incredible. No, I took a bunch of swim lessons when I was a child. I was not just pushed into a pool.
Yeah, no.
No, my parents paid for swim lessons.
I was pushed into the pool, and then when I got my first job in the Army, they said, "Hey, we're gonna go teach you how to swim again." I was just like, well, all right.
That's so nice.
Speaking of employment news, not really a good segue, but we'll go with it.
Not really, but that's okay.
The Hero County Transit Service is on the lookout for around 50 part-time drivers for the new microtransit service.
Actually, you can learn all about that, not about the job.
Yeah,
we'll get back to the job, but you can learn all about the microtransit service in today's newspaper. That's in an article that you wrote.
That is right. That is correct. I did write that story.
For people who are looking for the launch date, March 2nd.
March 2nd.
And for the logo that we just released.
Yep.
And for other details, I recommend you pick up the Fort Cavazos Sentinel today.
Yep, that is true.
Anyways, back to employment.
Yeah. The job pays $18 an hour and begins in February. No commercial driver license are required. Interested? Apply today at takethehop.com.
Love that. And last but not least, we got to remind people for high school seniors and military spouses who are looking for their first degree, the Fort Cavazos Family Scholarship Fund is accepting applications for the 2023-2024 academic year. The deadline is February 16th, which is fast approaching.
Quickly.
Yes. So for information about how to apply or to submit your actual application online or to learn more about the eligibility requirements and what is required with your application, please go to fortcavazosscholarship.org/apply. I'll have all the details for you there.
And that's our news briefs.
Yes, they are.
But there's more stuff, but we got to keep it. We got to just give you a little bit of it.
We got to keep it
brief.
Brief, yeah.
Because it's the news briefs.
Yeah.
If not, this would be a whole news show. So.
Ooh, but maybe we could do a whole news show.
Maybe. We'll work on it. We'll see what
or
people
maybe
think.
not. Yeah. That's funny.
Do we have anything else really cool coming up over the next week or so? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Me either.
But you know what we have not started talking about yet?
What's that?
Is the upcoming solar eclipse.
Oh, that is correct.
It'll be here in April. Do you know
that is correct.
April
the 8th?
8th? That sounds right. April 8th. It's coming. It will be here. Central Texas is in the path of totality, which is very exciting. So for people who are unaware, start making plans now because I have heard that all of the hotels in this area are already completely booked.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically you could pretty much see it from anywhere. Of course, let's hope it's not a cloudy day that day. Let's hope we have a clear sky.
I mean, it's still going to be dark no matter what for 4 minutes and some odd seconds.
True, yes, but you can watch it, right?
Yeah.
So if it's cloudy, then you won't be able to see anything.
Yeah, that's true.
But now is the time to start buying those special glasses.
Yeah.
Because you cannot wear just sunglasses.
You can once.
That is, you can once. Yeah. Once. But we're not recommending that.
Yeah, we are not recommending
that.
No, please do not take that as medical advice because
it is not.
It would be very ill-advised.
We are not doctors. Let's make that
not
crystal clear.
Not even close. Please don't do that.
Maybe we should put some sort of disclaimer on that.
Yes.
But no, for real though, you should buy. They have special glasses that you have to buy. Otherwise, you can look on the ground. Of course, it's going to be dark, so you know that you'll still get to experience what it's like. But
What is it? What is the day going to look like for us soldiers? Well, not soldiers, but for those who work on the installation.
So soldiers have a day off. They get a Danza, a training holiday, because the local school, Kalina ISD, gave their students the day off so that everyone can kind of spend the day at home and enjoy the eclipse. So for civilians and contractors and family members, well, for civilians, if you want to take the day off, you should take the day off to be able to enjoy. Yeah.
Coolio.
That's about it.
We don't have any solar or lunar experts on the installation, do we? I don't think we do. I think we're going to have to call around.
I was going to say, you know who we should call?
Who?
Our first call should be with the Bacon Ninja, Christine Luciano.
Yes.
She'll probably know somebody who can help us out.
Yeah, who can get us connected.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Let's bring somebody on. We tell everybody about the solar eclipse and why it happens and how often it happens, which is pretty rare. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What it means to be in the path of totality. Great idea. I love that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Put that on the list.
We'll put that on the list for people. Just to, let everybody. Okay, so did you find the date?
Yes, it was. It was
April
8th.
April 8th. Perfect. Yeah. Great. So everyone mark your calendars for that day.
I think that's all that we have, guys. We'd like to thank you once again for coming out and listening to us. You didn't really come out. You're probably sitting in your house or on your way to work.
Or in the car. Working already because you want to listen to us.
Yeah. You're doing something productive.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Or if you're just, hanging around and just listen to us chat.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will be back next week with another episode.
Bye. This podcast is a U.S. Army Garrison Fort Cavazos and Fort Cavazos Public Affairs production. Have a question or want to share some of your wisdom with us? Drop us an email at fortcavazos@gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Fort Cavazos Army. And as always, be sure to leave us a review and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.